We're live.
Chad, you should share some funnies with us. Because they're funny.
Guys, the share option, now when you click on share, you have to go to more options to start your watch party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see some funnies.
You should share some funnies with us.
Okay, I am. All right, here we go. I believe in annoyed at first sight. That's a good one. It's a no from me. Yeah.
The
Revenge.
annoyed at first sight, that reminds me of the resting mean face, or there's another term for it, which I won't say live, but
RBF.
yeah, resting V face.
Yeah. Revenge is beneath me. Accidents, however, will happen. All right, this one's gonna be frantic, so bear with me here. Ask me about my attention deficit disorder, or cake, or my cat, a squirrel. I have a coffee mug. Do you like movies? I saw a bird.
That's funny.
I hate socializing. And pants. When something goes wrong in life,
Appropriate for COVID.
yeah,
Like
super
socializing
appropriate for
pants.
working from home, for sure. When something goes wrong in your life, just yell, plot twist, and move on.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what you yelled.
Oh, plot twist, and then move on.
It's a good one.
When I said, how stupid can you be? It wasn't a challenge.
Hey, Jennifer, how did you say that we can do a watch party now?
You have to go to share and then have to go to more options. I think it was. Go back to it.
Every time you mute yourself, we can't hear the fancy music anymore.
That is correct.
Just goes off.
It sounds like
Yeah.
there's something wrong with it, like it's playing and not playing and, all that.
I can share, but I can't find any place to do a watch party. Very sad.
Is the music off now?
Yep, the music is off.
Just leave it off. Okay, so you go to. All right, hold on. Let me get back there. I'm going to Story Collaborative.
Oh, here we go. It seems that all I can do is share. Like, sharing is now a watch party.
The first
Okay,
button I
now.
pushed, the first share I pushed allowed me then to pick to a watch party. It was in the list.
Also,
And then
though,
after
you
that-
have to choose. If you're logged in, like, and you have editing capabilities for Story Collaborative, then you have to go down to the little S with the arrow and choose your name instead.
Yeah.
And then you
that's
go to
what it is.
share.
What
Start
it
a watch
is.
party.
Thank you. Man, Facebook. They like to change things every
Day.
single day.
Every 5 minutes.
Every day. All the days they change. Okay.
It makes it more fun. It's like a treasure hunt.
It's like a
Where's
treasure
that
hunt.
post button?
Hey, Melissa. Good to see you. Okay, I think I'm going to quick time's over anyway. Here we go, guys. We are live. And hey, from Story Collaborative, my name is Jennifer Bailey. This is S+Marketing Live. It is our weekly live Facebook show where we get to just talk about some marketing experiences we've had and hopefully solve some big marketing or sales problems that you have. So here's how it works. Every week through the month of May, we're addressing 3 marketing things. And today, for episode 16, we are talking about 3 ways to market your relaunch. So each one of us panelists, there's 4 of us, so that kind of breaks our rule, but that's okay today. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to talk about our own idea of how you can market your relaunch. And my name is Jennifer. Again, I am the web strategist here at Story. And Dave, would you like to introduce yourself as well?
Certainly, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dave. Oh, you already said that. And I'm the I'm the chief growth officer. I'm not the secondary or tertiary growth officer, but the chief growth officer. And we're only going to have 3 marketing things today because I'm going to repeat whatever Jennifer says. And that way it'll only be 3. Just joking. Also, just want to let you know that we have some really cool things coming up. Amy, you should tell us about what somebody could win today if they do a particular action.
A particular action. Okay. So we have been trying for a couple weeks now to give away a free vacation. Why a free vacation? Well, first of all, it's obvious. We've all been stuck inside and we're all hearing about states opening back up and we're thinking to ourselves, where the heck can I go tomorrow, now, instantly, that's not here? So why vacation? That's one reason. The other reason is, of course, that we want to help out the economy. And so this is a great thing that we can do and give away free vacation, help out a hotel who has empty rooms and might benefit from your free vacation spending. So if you tag people, that's all you have to do. Just tag someone. Whoever tags the most people in our comments is going to win today's free vacation. It's for how many days and nights, Dave? It's 4 days, 3 nights. And I was actually just looking at it last night. Might take a vacation myself. And there are really good options, really good cities and stuff like that to choose from. So all you have to do is tag people.
So what are those instructions again, Amy? How do you win a free vacation?
Whoever tags the most people in our comments will win a free vacation today.
Awesome.
Dude, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I believe that applies to our watch parties as well, which, by the way, we would love it if you started your own. And how you do that today, not yesterday, because apparently Facebook changes daily. But today, all you have to do is click on the little share button under the video and choose more options, which takes you to the ability to share with a watch party. So we would love you to share with a watch party and tag your friends. We would love it if you did that. We also have with us today Chad.
And I would love it if I was actually able to successfully do a watch party for once. My goodness, I've been on my phone. You've probably seen my face down. I've been on my phone trying to figure out the Facebook watch party stuff. Facebook and I do not get along very well. So I am Chad Alexander, the video strategist for Story Collaborative. And if you guys have been watching this before, you know what that means. But for those who are first timers or just want to hear my beautiful voice talk about it again, I'm going to talk about it again. So I am a video strategist. And what that means is I help businesses kind of conceptualize the videos that they need to do and the kind of what videos they already have out there, and then help them execute it. So I would consider myself the Morpheus of the cinematography world, but you know, I'm not that cool. So there you go. That's me in a nutshell. my role, at least at Story. I'm a lot of other things. So, anyways, so today's episode of S+Marketing Live, brought to you by Story Collaborative, is actually brought to you by this little company right here. This is a local Fredericksburg company called River Books. And my lovely wife, who's on the call, Amy Alexander, got me these pencils, not pencils, pencils. So I'll share with you a few. Catch. This is one right here called Catch number 2. So like the number 2 pencil. I don't know if that's upside down, but Catch number 2 instead of Catch 22. So they're book titles, and they put them on pencils. A Midsummer Night's Draft. There you go. That's another one. And then how about Drawn with the Wind? Drawn with the Wind. So there you go. Pencils. They're for sale at Riverby whenever stuff starts to open up again. Okay, there you go. So
Thank you, Chad.
Today.
And speaking of things opening up again, we're seeing this to happen here in Virginia, not Northern Virginia, but some parts of Virginia and some other states as well. So it's a great topic today to kind of talk about what can you be doing to relaunch. And I am not going to start today. I'm actually going to throw the curveball to Amy and see if she can be the first to answer.
Oh my gosh, just kidding. I actually have a couple. I have a couple ideas for you, and I know I'm breaking a rule, but I have two. I can't help it. So one thing you can do is, and Chad and I were talking about this earlier, and this was one of my ideas, so I'm hoping that it's not his idea. But anyway, it's gonna happen. One idea is that you take your CEO, probably the most person in charge as possible, that you can get in front of video. You can even grab your iPhone to do this, and have them send out a video email that just talks through your relaunch. What are you going to do? What safety measures? How are you implementing? What are your hours going to be? How quickly are you going to go back to the norm? All that stuff. So just do whatever you can to connect with people, and the best way to do that is the video just talking through your plans. Something I saw a local restaurant do, which I thought was really cool. Restaurants are really one of the first people that are kind of delving into this world of open again. And one of the things I saw them do was put out essentially a download that has all their details. It talks through all the new measures they're taking, all the things they're looking into to find out if that's going to help them in their future, what their new hours are, what their menu might be. So it just took me through all the details of what their plans are and what they're doing to help keep me and my family safe. And I thought that was a great idea. It's even a good lead capture method if you really want to make it a downloadable with a form. So those are my two ideas.
That was awesome, Amy. Thank you. And if anyone has anything to say to that, just speak up, obviously. But otherwise, I'm going to ask David to be the next one to jump in and answer our question about something that we can do to help relaunch our businesses.
That's a great question, Jennifer. Thanks for asking. So I have a couple ideas. The first one is that I think that the most obvious audience that you should be going after is your customer base, right? And hopefully you've been communicating with your customer base already. You haven't just gone into a hole somewhere. So hopefully you've been communicating. So here's my suggestion, that as you start to look toward reopening, whatever level, if you're opening at 25% or whatever you're doing, look for a way to make your customers feel like they are special. Now, if they spend money with you, then they are special. But make them feel special. And here's some ways you can make them feel special. Make them feel like they are insiders into, as Amy shared, the details of how you're going to launch, but also you could offer a special opportunity for them to come and offer whatever you offer. That could be whether it's a service or a product. You could give them a video tour. You could walk around with a video camera and just talk to different people that are in your office or your business and just talk about how excited they are to see you coming. You could also do something like you could celebrate the moment of reopening with a T-shirt, with a special meal or a drink. But the COVID Survivors Club, which could sound a little bit morbid. Maybe you shouldn't say that, but something that is fun, fun, and helps you celebrate with them, but make them feel like they're part of something special, a special opportunity. That does a couple things for you. It lets them know that you believe that they're really special and that you want their business back. Secondly, it creates urgency. So if they come on the Tuesday that you open, they can get this special mug or whatever you can do, pictures with a giant chipmunk, a piece of cheese on a stick, whatever you can do to celebrate, so that they feel like, hey, this is a special opportunity for customers only to come and to engage and to celebrate with you as you reopen. So that's my suggestion. Hope you put it to work.
I love it. I was thinking something along the same lines, and just something as simple as, like a coupon, just giving them a special invitation. I know the restaurants around me, of course, I've been checking like every day, are you open? Are you open? Are you open? And the question of the day is, are you going to take reservations, right? Because they're very limited space, and they're actually not taking reservations. But you could, if you're a restaurant, just open to a select group of customers who've been very loyal to you, for example. Open for the first day for them, something like that. So that's excellent advice, Dave.
I love the
Chad,
idea of a commemorative item. Like, breweries having cups that are specific to, post-pandemic beer.
Actually,
Sure.
there's a business I know of who does like a membership for their tap members or whatever. So they have a special mug already, and they can come in and get their beer filled up. So something like that would work too. Chad, what you got
You
for us
could,
today?
well, you could, I have a spin-off idea. You could, if you're a brewery, you could have a mug that says, I was stuck in quarantine for how many months with my kids, and all I got was this lousy beer mug. So there you go. That's freebie. That's a freebie. Red Dragon or any of you guys listening in, there you go. You can
I
just
love it.
you can just give me a beer if you use that idea.
We have a
So there you
specific question before you go. I just
go.
want you
Okay,
guys to be mulling
cool.
over this. One of the people that was tagged in our feed is Fit20, and they do personal training. They do this really cool, innovative type of personal training where and so if they're listening in, we might be able to give them a specific idea for gyms or for personal training facilities. Go ahead, Chad.
Cool. Well, I already feel sorry for you guys because you can do outdoor exercises now, but you have to have a mask on. So I actually saw when I actually got 25/30. I'm like selling myself out here with all the promotionals, even though we're not getting paid for any of this stuff, unfortunately. But I was at 25/30 and I got some coffee this morning, and there's a gym right by there, and they had a trainer out there with an individual who was working out, but he had a mask on, and I thought, oh man, that you got to be all you're sweating and breathing heavily, and then you got to have a mask on. So that is certainly a challenge. So let me get into my tips here. One thing I would and I'm piggybacking a little bit off of what Amy said. It's really important to talk about your hours. Let people get in the know. We recently put out a Facebook ad for one of our clients, and all it was a post, and it said I gave them the rationale for why they're opening. It gave people other articles to link out to, and it just started talking through all the services they're going to start offering again, and when they're going to open up, and what their hours are going to be, what kind of safety procedures they're going to take in order to make sure that the general public has a good sense of when they go in the facilities they're going to be taken care of. And it's done actually really well, and we haven't really spent a lot of money on it. And I think people are craving the kind of good news, get back to work kind of social interaction that they need. And so on to that kind of subject, what I would recommend is doing a video that has, and it could be lower thirds kind of language, where you just talk about your hours. You talk about maybe the safety procedures that you're going to bring back. I know that, like, for example, Alamo Draft House, they sent out a survey asking, people's opinions about, like, do you care about us giving you individually wrapped utensils, that haven't been touched by anybody? Do you care if we put 6 seats between you and the next customer? Those sort of things. So if you were to communicate details about your business or how you're restructuring your safety procedures, I think that would go a long way. And just, I know that facts are kind of boring sometimes, but, the fact that you're reopening is a great, great thing. And even if you're just have it with some cool imagery, I think the facts can go a long way, especially if you're trying to get people to see what you're doing for the community. So that's my idea.
A survey is also a really great idea. I mean,
yeah, there you go.
just
Yeah.
as you're just starting your opening, there's lots of things you can survey your customer base around and find out, if it's not government mandated, find out what they actually care and don't care about. Because you might find yourself saving money on things that you would plan to implement that your customers really don't care about.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean,
and
Alamo
you
Draft
might
House, I'll
save
literally
a lot of
go
money.
regardless of what they do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We need a date night. Yeah, so there you go. Which I'm sure the rest of the world does too. So another thing too, I just thought of this. I'm sorry, go ahead. What's that?
We're just laughing, man. We're
Chad.
just laughing.
Oh, okay. Cool. I know, right? Yeah, I need the buzz.
No, it's looking good, really.
Oh, thank you. Oh, nice save, man. That was good. So another thing is to make sure that when you like do your video, do it on a platform that's really easy for you. I mean, there's several out there you can do on your web browser. There's also a tool called DaVinci Resolve. It is got the prowess of Adobe Premiere, but I think it's pretty easy to use. And Amy sent me a video yesterday that was like 30 megs or something. You put it on a website, it's going to just crash it, right? So I was able to get it down pretty small with DaVinci Resolve, and it took me literally 5 minutes. I just put it in, exported it as a lower resolution. Boom, it's on the website, and it still looks really good. So there you go.
But there are lots of other great free tools. We've put those out before, but there's really easy, simple video things you can do with just text. Just text and music in a template. Doesn't have to be difficult.
But don't you think the big thing is that, people just want to hear from you? And so even if all you've done is take a picture, you take a video with your cell phone and put that into Facebook or into an email, that's really valuable to people. They really want to know what's going on. So I think information is really important, but I also think it doesn't have to be boring. And there's no reason why your opening can't be your grand reopening, or you can have some fun with this. It doesn't have to be as boring as a daily COVID-19 press conference. It can be something a little bit more interesting.
That's
and you
true.
can have some fun with it. And I was going to add one more thing to this, which I think would apply to the gym in terms of promotion. So there are some people that are really hesitant to go back out in public because this whole crisis has really created a tremendous fear response in people. They don't, maybe they don't understand what viruses really are or whatever the reason is. But there's a lot of people that are pretty hesitant. So one of the ways that you can help them is by creating a little bit of positive peer pressure. And that is kind of like, all your friends have come back, or you can show people who are coming back to the business. You can create, like we're doing here, you can do a live Facebook event for your launch. The whole point is to let people know that other people are also coming back and that they think it's okay. So if they think it's okay, maybe you could think it's okay too.
Cool. And I really like what was said too about the having fun with it. If you do a grand opening party in whatever way is reasonable for you, then I think that would be pretty cool too. Because to be honest, it really is a celebration when we reopen our economy. That's a huge celebration, guys. So let's celebrate. And I also have one piece of advice for everybody, which really kind of falls in line with what everybody said already. And it's just to not forget your customer But what I want you to do is not forget the most traditional, tangible ways of actually reaching people. And that is with your phone, with, even a text message is sometimes better than just an email. I know I've gotten phone calls from businesses that I would use, like salons and stuff, and just asking me to make an appointment. Even like the chiropractor's office calling me, hey, please make an appointment. And you don't have to, be begging them, but just be thankful and be excited to have them, be grateful for their business as well. So that's my little piece of advice. Does anybody have anything else before we want to give any more advice to the gym?
I just was going to give a piece of practical advice. Any of these things we're talking about, you can very easily turn into a Facebook ad for a very small amount of money. I'm talking just a few cents a click or just a few cents per impression. If you put 25, 50 bucks, you post something, you can go turn it into an ad in Facebook Ads Manager. Don't boost it. Remember, don't boost it. Go take the second to go into the Facebook Ads Manager, and as long as it's really just for impressions, which this is, you're just letting people know you're open, you're just showing your hours, then you can post it on your Facebook page, go into Business Ads Manager, create an ad out of it, target your community, and you don't have to spend very much money, and it will actually do really well. So that's something you should probably do no matter what. Just put something out.
That's really
I have
good, Amy.
one more piece of advice.
Go
It's
ahead.
free too. Free advice. So the other thing, there's a thing that Google has researched, and they call it micro actions or micro commitments. So, as Amy said, call your customers up and ask them to come back. I think direct asks are really good, but there's also lots of little things that you can do to ask your customers. Would your customers start a watch party for you when you go live with your reopening? Would your customers pass on a coupon? Would your customers invite 3 friends? Would your customers leave a fresh review on Google or Facebook for you? So these small asks are things you can do to get customers to engage. Because remember, a relationship and marketing is really about building relationships. And relationships is a two-way thing. It's not a one-way thing. So you're going to open, and what you want is you want your customer to show up. But there's other things short of that they can do to help you to kind of get open and get people engaged. Also, when people do visit your establishment, ask them directly, hey, would you please post a review about what your experience was today? That'll go a long way to help people not to feel so nervous about coming back.
COVID-related reviews, how clean it was, all the things they were doing to not share germs. I think that is a great idea, even just a campaign around COVID reviews after a couple weeks of being open. And then the other thing you guys can do is go into your Google My Business account, and you can put up a COVID update. So they created these COVID updates. They come really high in your business, Google My Business profile. They're like right under your information. And ideally, you've been using those just to tell people you're closed and whatever. But now you can use it again to say you're open. So that is something else you can do.
Great advice, guys. I have one more piece too for the gym or the sports kind of environment, and you guys have already talked about this a little bit, but think about it's not too late to go a little bit virtual, okay, and to offer classes either virtually or offer special classes outdoors, or just think about the way you're offering your product. There's lots of different opportunities for you to kind of take that to a new level with your customers. So that is what I would think about if I were you. You guys have anything else related to that?
So, Jennifer, I think the other thing to think about is it's really important that we get inside the head of our customers. So we visited with someone over the weekend in a very socially distant, appropriate way, I want to say. But this person, they expressed in a extremely, I wouldn't say pitiful, but it was an extremely heartfelt blank stare. And the blank stare was just an expression of, I need to do something different. And they were talking about their kids. I really need to send my kids somewhere. So just have some empathy for your customers. If you're in a gym, what are your active exercisers feeling right now? If you're working with parents, what are parents feeling right now? And even though we're moving toward reopening, lots of people are still in a restricted status. So there's still lots of pain and frustration to go around. It's not too late to help, to do something that's just meaningful, encouraging, fun. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be lighthearted. But just remember to be empathetic of your customers. They're still dealing with lots of challenges at all different levels.
That's a really good point. Was it me that gave you the blank stare and said, please take my kid somewhere?
No, it was someone else that you know.
Okay.
His name will be, no, it was someone else. But it was real. And you could just see it in their face. It's like, I've had these children in my care every day, full time for 6 weeks, you know. So I can't do it quite the same because I haven't experienced it. It was a little bit like the Donner Party, but
Yes, I can relate. So can many, many of us other parents.
There's no party like a Donner Party. Just, yeah.
Well, guys, we've kind of come to the end of our time for today for our live session. But I wanted to see, David, if you had any inspirational words or some announcements for us.
so thanks, Jennifer. We have some really cool things happening. We have a couple of on-demand webinars, workshops that you can watch for free anytime. Now, I know that you have been overwhelmed. People have been overwhelmed with all kinds of online everything, but I will tell you that these are exceptionally valuable, exceptionally. One of them is really about how to do a virtual tour. So for a lot of folks, you're still in some kind of a shutdown mode. You might need to do a virtual tour. We have a great on-demand workshop and a whole bunch of resources to go with that. I'm going to hope that Amy will post that in our Facebook page, the location for that. And then the other one is we have a virtual sales training program that we're offering, which also has a free online workshop that you can watch. Virtual sales is not anything new. It's been coming for a long time, and now it's applying to a whole bunch of new industries. So learning how to do virtual sales and the whole process, it's not just a video meeting, it's a whole process. And learning how to do that is not only about helping your sales growth now, but it's about setting yourself up for the future, because this is where everything is headed. It's an important set of skills that everyone needs. So Amy could also put those in there as well. And so those are a couple things that are happening and you can take advantage of. That wasn't very inspirational though. So here's my inspiration for the day. Even though we're opening back up, even though we're moving back toward some kind of a new normal, don't forget the most important thing. Wash your hands.
That was excellent advice. Best piece of advice all day. So we are here every week, same place, same time, 12 o'clock on Thursdays. And if you have a problem your business is facing and you want us to answer that live, we are more than happy to get that and more than happy to answer. So you would go to storycollab.com/answers. storycollab.com/answers. And we will see you guys next week. Bye.
See you guys.
Hey, Jamie. Hey, Otto.
Is this shout out time? Hey,
If we're
John.
still live, it is.
Hey, Kayla. Hey, Alfred. Hey, Jermaine. Hey, Larry. All right. Okay, bye.